Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Rockwood number 585 24-inch length heavy-duty surface bolt. This is everything that Rockwood means when they say heavy-duty. This is a massive bolt. Looks can be deceiving, I suppose, but yes, this is as large as it looks. I mean, that key stock is just massive. This bolt alone, with its screw packages and the very small box it comes in, weighs over 5 3/4 pounds. This is heavy. This is heavy material. There is just simply no doubt about that. So the travel is going to be restricted by the pin that's in here. So rather than try to move the bolt, we're just going to move, the keeper that it's in. And it slides back and forth. It's got a cut groove into it here to give it a positive locking action. First of all, let's go over some dimensions. On the bolt. The square rod itself, and it's magnetic. So this is made of steel, and this is in a brushed sort of finish. Okay. Very attractive uniform finish. Dimensionally, the bolt 3/4 inch by 3/4 inch. So that's a solid 3/4 inch piece of steel is what that is. Okay. The mounting guides that it is attached to are also very substantial. The width of that, 2 inch. The height of it, 3/4. The thickness of it, 1.5 inches. Okay. The other one down here is going to be the same. Push to release is engraved on that knob that's there. Okay, you can see it there. And when you get that installed, there is a spring, flat spring sort of mechanism that's behind here that when you are to push, if you were to push the handle of this towards the door to get it to move up and down, that flat spring would allow that sort of movement to happen inside of here. Now, another really nice thing about this bolt is that you can padlock it unlocked or locked. It's nice to be able to lock it in both of those directions should you need to. Okay. Comes with a massive amount of hardware to attach it. There's a list below this video indicating all of the bolting material that comes with it. But first, the strike plates. You're going to have yourself a mortise type strike, although you really wouldn't mortise this. Let's go over that now. The width of it, 1 5/8 inches. The length of it, 3.5 inches. Then you're going to have an angle type strike that you would use on the inside of an inactive door when the doors swing in. You would need to mount this to the header. Okay. Then, of course, your bolt would come like that. Okay. Now, in talking about the header, it's why a 24-inch length? Well, if you had an 8-foot door or a door that was taller than that, 24-inch, especially if it's an 8-foot door, that's a proper length for the top bolt. It'd be, quite frankly, otherwise just too tall for most people to reach. Now, this surface angle strike, overall width of that looks like it's just over 2 inch. Height of the face that mounts to the frame, 1.5 inches. Part that's going to project off, 1.5 inches as well. And you can see from the thickness of both of those strikes that it's just substantial steel is what it is. And again, it's all made of steel. Okay. Now, the bolt itself is going to feature a really nice set of mounting material. you're going to need your below the video is listed everything that you're going to get bolt-wise. Now, to attach the bolt to the door, you're going to get 4 1/4 20 by 2 1/4 flathead machine screws. That obviously is going to be intended for an 1 3/4 door. It's going to go through it like this. Then below it, you got 4 1/4 20 by 1 5/8 sex bolts, sex nuts. The female portion of that, once you get it tightened all the way down, and you drill a 1/4 inch hole, is what I would drill for this, I believe. Is that correct? No, forgive me, it's 3/8 of an inch. Drill a 3/8 of an inch hole on the opposite side of the bolt. You push this through. It's got grooves in it so that it pressure fits into the hole that you've just drilled. The inside face of this, meaning the length of the bolt, is specifically intended for an 1 3/4 door, such that when you tighten the flathead machine bolts down, the length of this will make contact, because of the length of this bolt, will make contact with the inside face of the steel of the side of the door that the bolt is on, so that when you tighten the bolts down, it doesn't crush the door in. That's a shoulder bolt situation, giving you an exceptionally solid installation. So you're going to get 4 of these machine bolts, 4 of the sex bolts. So together they're called sex bolts. Female portion, then the male portion. Then you're going to get 2 1/4 20 by 1 flathead machine screws with a couple of lead single expansion anchors. And if you've ever used these to install anything, you know that they go in and they don't come out. And that would be for possibly mounting this, okay? Or the other screws that you're going to get with this are going to be 2 giant I'm thinking number 14 by, 2.5 inch with a couple of large plastic anchors. You could use that for putting it in. Then, if you use those, you could use these to drill and tap for the surface strike, should you need that, okay? So you're getting 2 strikes here, and you're only going to use 1, and you're getting bolts and screws to put it into whatever your installation is. You couldn't use both of these. One would be for an outswing sort of situation, and then this would be screwed to the underside of the stop of the frame, okay, if the door swung out. And if they swung in, you'd have to use an angle strike like this. It's really nice that it accommodates a padlock. A lot of people like that because they need to be able to, obviously not for use on doors that are emergency egress required, but to control who goes in and out of the door. Let's say after hours, you've got a guy where he takes his deliveries and it's not his emergency exit. You don't want cases of shrimp and steak leaving after hours when the boss isn't there, so we can lock the door, lock it with a padlock. Very nice quality item by Rockwood. Very nice quality item by, and then the name Rockwood is a synonymous phrase. It always goes together. And listen, this is a surface bolt that weighs almost 6 pounds. It's substantial. It absolutely is good stuff. Don't sell a lot of them because it's just extreme. And you wouldn't have a 24-inch necessarily on a 7-foot door, although you certainly could. No doubt about that. Well, one thing I didn't tell you was the travel of the bolt. So we're going to measure that basically from here to the pin. And you can see with that crooked tape measure, you're going to be at about 1 3/8 projection of the bolt. And that's going to be more than substantial, depending on where you're using it. If you have any questions on the mighty Rockwood 585-24 heavy-duty surface bolt or any other Rockwood product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you very much.